Sometimes the most unassuming people teach us the greatest lessons about gratitude and joy. I'm Frank Baysore, and I'm a member of the class of 1972. My sacred story occurred in 1970 in the kitchen of South Dining Hall, where I was employed as a glass washer. Washing dishes in the dining hall was dirty, hard work. Coming from North Dakota, this was my first experience working with people of Black and Hispanic heritage. One of these co-workers was an older man named Jim, whom I will never forget. Jim walked with a noticeable limp, had Coke bottle glasses, and had only a couple of teeth in his mouth. Despite the obvious physical limitations that I'm sure complicated every single day of his life, Jim was always cheerful. Every time I would run into him on a shift, he would say, "Frank, it's a great life." One day I felt particularly grumpy over a low grade I had just received in class, and I was also homesick for my long-distance girlfriend, Mary Jean, now my wife of 53 years. I passed by Jim and he gave me his usual spirited greeting. Looking for someone to share in my misery, I turned to my fellow student worker, Dennis Dugan, and said something to the effect of, "What's with that guy Jim? Always saying it's a great life, when it's obvious his life isn't so great." Dennis wasn't going to join me in my grumpy mood. Instead, he replied, "If a man like him can say it's a great life, maybe that's why it is a great life." I've never forgotten the wisdom of his answer. The South Dining Hall was a great microcosm of diversity, and I learned a lot from these earliest encounters with people of many different ages, races, and creeds. There were even a couple of women with numbered tattoos on their arms, indicating they had worked in Nazi concentration camps. Working there opened my eyes to the resiliency of the human spirit and how gratitude is a choice, not an emotional response to a lucky set of circumstances. Maybe that is why in Advent we don't reflect on the birth of a Savior who had everything perfectly arranged for his arrival. Like Jim, the Holy Family had to adapt to many challenges, and they did so with openness and trust in God's plan. Wherever we might find ourselves today, how can we be more aware of our blessings and the great life we have because of God's love for us?